Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
So, what's your favorite color? Go ahead. Answer it. You probably did that in like an instant, didn't you? Maybe you've been saying the exact same color since third grade. Here's the thing, right? Maybe that's still true. Maybe blue still is your favorite color in your 40s. But when did you last check? When did you hold up something silly like your favorite color up to the plumb and see if it still fits? Or are you just repeating something that, like, the 12-year-old version of yourself, actually, I don't even know how old you are in third grade, but you get the idea. The younger version of yourself, like, committed you to as this thing. And now, before you know it, everything in your house is this one shade of blue. Like, color doesn't matter much, but it's the same concept. These little preferences that get codified into the edifice, the structure of our life. One of these things that we do to ourselves that end up creating prisons for future versions of ourselves. My mom had this brief but now forever entrenched preference for like chicken art in the kitchen. And so everything had chickens on it. The dish towels and the salt and pepper shakers and the serving utensils all had little chickens, which when she had the preference felt great. But now, as her interest in chickens as an aesthetic has waned, she's got all this chicken stuff all taunting her from the various places in the kitchen. We do this to ourselves all the time. We create these codified structures, these preferences, be it our favorite music or our idea that we're good at a thing or bad at a thing. I'm horrible at math. When's the last time you checked that out with your plumb? When we look at the level and look over time, we create these relationships with our preferences, with our ideas, with our concepts about ourselves. And a lot of those historical concepts that we created so very long ago become the shackles in our present moment. And we never test them for the future. You may not be great at riding a bike, but you're never going to try if you continue thinking you're never going to be great and riding a bike. I have a process that I follow for these kinds of things. It's easy to start in a place like food, or unless you've got challenges with that, it might be easier for you to start in a place like reading or something like that, or some other downtime kind of activity. I try a food that I used to hate or that I think I don't like every 3 or 4 years, just to check. Sometimes nothing changes and I still don't like them. I am really having a hard time with beets. Like, I've only recently got to a point where I can even perform the test and taste it and see if I can tolerate them yet. But other times, like kombucha, or for me, it was Guinness. I hated that stuff when I was very, very young. But if I didn't retest it every couple years, I would have missed this opportunity to find some of the things that I really, really now enjoy. because the version of me that was dealing with other stuff kind of created this preference. And if I don't test it, I'll never know. Sometimes this plumb test that you can do to see if these things are still true is something that will help you create better outcomes in your future. We're not looking for this huge overhaul of every preference in your life. This week's all about these little quick hits that you can do to take these tools that we've been given and try and find just a little bit more space, a little bit more room to breathe. And some of the ways that we trap ourselves into these kind of troubles is these preferences getting codified into chains. So try something old. Try something that maybe you used to think, I can't really do that, or I'm not good at it. You might find that you have a love for languages you didn't know you had. You have a love for music, or something that you, or a different preferential style. Go through some of these things over the next couple of days and see if you can find something maybe new that's old.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.